Hey guys, MvC2 Collector here with another figure review. Next up is the Hasbro Marvel Legends series, the Strange Tales wave, the Blackheart Build-A-Figure. Here, this video, we have the Build-A-Figure, and we're going to piece Blackheart together. So excited about this one. I think he looks incredible. The head sculpt looks awesome. I love the purple that they add into his hair, I guess it would be. So let's get into it. I don't know if it's going to fit in the frame. I think he's going to be a fairly tall one. Probably should have... I think we're gonna make this work. So let's go ahead and get into it. We're gonna start with the body. We'll grab the leg. This one is L, so this is the left leg. So we're gonna pop that on there. Gripping him's kind of tough. He's got like these spikes on him, and it hurts gripping this to put it on. Like that doesn't feel good. Like, it's poking in the hell out of my finger. So just a heads up on that. Let's go ahead and get the right leg. The same thing. It's so pokey. And it's hard to... And, you know, those legs are on there pretty tight. So here we go. So we got the legs on there. We'll get the arms. Here we have the left arm. And then the arm is even worse as far as pokiness. It's a lot more on there. And, it's hard to grip. Let's see. Get that arm in there. It doesn't snap in. It's kind of hard to get this all the way in there and to get it firm. Nice and firm in there. Oh, there we go. Okay, so it doesn't snap in. It doesn't snap on or anything, but you do, you know, have a noticeable point where it's in place. So there we go. So we got Blackheart put together for the most part. Now let's go ahead and pop the head on, and then we have our completed Blackheart Build-A-Figure. So let's go ahead and pop that head on there, and bam, we have Blackheart, and he looks incredible. Love it. Well, because of his tail, I have to kind of have him to his side standing here. Let's see. Then the design of his feet makes it a little bit difficult. You're really going to have to counterbalance because of the way his tail is. So just a heads up on that. Let's see. I don't want the tail to hold him up against the wall there, but that might be the only way to do it. Yeah, let's just have him lean up against it. But anyway, there is Blackheart, and he looks incredible. Let's go ahead and just zoom in right away to take a closer look. Hey guys, don't forget to hit that subscribe button now. Help me reach my goal of 50,000 subscribers by the end of the year. We are getting close, a little under 2,500 left to go. With all your support, I know we can make it. But if you haven't already and enjoy my reviews, my action figure reviews, make sure to hit that subscribe button now. Okay, so here we have the Blackheart Build-A-Figure out of the back. There is no package. He's in 6 different packages. But here we have him pieced together. And he is simultaneously a fantastic Build-A-Figure and simultaneously a not fantastic Build-A-Figure because it is hard to get him to stand. Like right now, I think I'm very lucky that I have him balanced fairly easy this time around. But getting him to pose around sucks. Like, he doesn't have ankle pivot, and I think that's definitely a big problem. The bigger thing is because he's got this big-ass tail that's going to throw off the balance. Like, he's very back-heavy because he's got the weight of that tail going back there. So you have those tricky things. The ankle pivot thing does suck. Is it the end of the world? No, but it sucks because it makes it hard. Like if you want to get him into certain poses and you can't quite turn that foot the way you would really want to, it's kind of a weird thing. Like, why would there not be ankle pivot? And maybe it's because of the design of the feet, right? Where he's on his toes as opposed to like the whole entire foot. I'd have to go back and see which figures kind of have feet like that and if it works. Oh, look, he finally tipped over. So that sucks. He looks fantastic, but he's pokey as hell. Like, my fingers like hurt because everywhere you grab him, you're going to be poked by the texture of his skin and those spikes that are on there. But it makes for a better action figure for sure. The accessories that he comes with, he has open hands for the right and the left. He has a fist for his right, and then he has like a finger point hand for his left there. Let's go ahead and zoom in to take a look at Blackheart. so we could see the face and see the hair and everything and the cool things about it. But again, simultaneously a great Build-A-Figure and not a great Build-A-Figure. I don't want to go as far as to say it sucks, because it doesn't. It's still really good. It's just frustrating not having the ankle pivot and then trying to balance him because of that tail. There is bendy wire in the tail, but it doesn't, you can't move it around a huge amount. Like, it's a thick ass tail, so it is kind of difficult there. But let's go in and get in for the zoomed up look at his face and then the texture of the figure and all of that good stuff. Oh, see, there we go. Like here when I think I have imbalance, I did not. So the up close look at Blackheart looks really good. Deep red eyes, very nice. I don't know how well the purple is coming off. Like, if I'm looking at the little viewfinder on my camera, the purple does not show up very much, but I promise you the purple that's in the hair looks really good. It's because it's over the black. It has this deep, like, it has a metallic look, even though it's not metallic. It's because of the texture of the hair. Just came out looking really good, and I wish and I hope that on TV or whatever you're watching or through your phone, that it looks a little bit better than what my viewfinder has. In person, in hand, it looks absolutely amazing. The texturing of the figure is pretty crazy. Like, initially, I'm sure people thought it was going to be like, oh, they're just using the movie Venom body. Nope, this is completely all new. There's nothing reused there, but because you could see all the texture and stuff, and he's got spikes everywhere. Like, you grab anything, it's gonna poke into your finger. Like, it's kind of crazy. Like, especially here on the hip and stuff, where I was putting the legs together. Like, it's as you can see, it's kind of sharp. But it looks absolutely incredible. Even the tail, the tail though, you can't get, because it's soft like rubber. You obviously can't get the same level of detailed texturing in there. Like, if you look at it, it just looks, obviously pretty soft and not like good sharp edges or anything. Not the same texture that the skin is, just because it's rubbery. But it's bendy wire. You got the holes inside there, but it just doesn't bend as much. Like, only here does it really bend. Like, up there, it's just too thick. Like, it doesn't hold. It's just tricky. It's just right here towards the end of the tail is where you could really do anything. And then even then, like, it's hard to even get it to the side. It's basically up, down, up, down, and then down doesn't even hold really well. So it's not a super effective bendy wire like this, and I think that's only because in the package it was curved like that, and that doesn't really help with the balancing. Like, you'd think that maybe it would, but like, you have to kind of lean him forward to kind of counterbalance. But then if you do it too much, he falls forward, but you don't do it enough, he falls back. It's just it's very, very, very frustrating for such an awesome looking Build-A-Figure. And we don't get very many Build-A-Figures this year. Technically there have been 3 Build-A-Figure releases. We had the Void, we had Zabu, and then now we have Blackheart. For me, I got the Void at the very end of 2023. So in 2024, Zabu and Blackheart, and the only Build-A-Figure wave so far. And I don't know, obviously there was a shift in MCU, so the Captain America Brave New World wave, whatever that would have been, whether it had a Build-A-Figure or not, I don't know. That would have been another Build-A-Figure potentially. So I don't know if it's like one Build-A-Figure per quarter or what's going on now. But again, for me, it is only my second Build-A-Figure of 2024. And I would like to see more Build-A-Figures. I like the Build-A-Figure concept. I don't like the release them as deluxe. I'm fine with deluxe figures, but give us Build-A-Figures also. Like, I'll be happy to get both, because it's nice that way. But you guys give me your thoughts down in the comments below. I think it seems, look at that, he fell over again. I think it seems to be pretty mixed as far as some people like just do away with Build-A-Figures, give us deluxe, because you end up buying figures that you didn't necessarily want. For completists, it's nice because you're going to buy all the figures anyway, so you're going to build the figure. So obviously for me, I'm biased, so I'm curious what others think. You guys let me know. But here, the Blackheart, let's go ahead and zoom out for his articulation. Actually, before we zoom out, I should probably show some more. Like his feet, the design of his feet, as you can see there, that makes it difficult to stand because this is the flat surface there. And then again, there's no real pivot because it's just, I could probably pop that off. I don't know if I want to, but if you look, it's just a peg in there. So it's not, there's no actual real ankle pivot in there. It's just a swivel, and that makes it really, really difficult. You have a hinge, and that's probably should be in the articulation part, but yeah, it's just kind of tricky there. It would have been nice if these nails were probably like a different color. The foot does feel a little too rubbery too. Like if you look, I could squeeze those toes together, and I think that also makes it difficult because you want a nice hard plastic to be able to get him to balance, and you know, these being a little bit rubbery does make it a little bit tricky. He is very top heavy as the hair is quite large. Again, difficult to really get him to stand. But now articulation. Okay, so articulation for Blackheart. He can't really look up. The head is on a dumbbell joint. He can't really look up because the hair is going to hit his back anyway. He can look down that much, which is good. You get a full... you can do a full rotation in there. You can do some pivot, which is nice as well. The shoulder, you got it. It's so hard because it's just poking the hell out of my hand. The shoulder, you can get the shoulder to go on out that much there. It's poking me. You can do a full rotation in there, and there is a butterfly joint, so you can get the arm to go back pretty far there. And then coming forward for some crossbody, you can do a little bit, as you could see there, which is nice. You got an upper bicep swivel in there. Double jointed pinless elbow gives you that much bend at the elbow, which is nice. Wrist swivel, and they do hinge. Standard horizontal hinge on all of the hands. Here we have the diaphragm and inverted ab crunch articulation, so that is nice. So Blackheart could pivot and tilt to his left that much there. Tilting to his right is that much there. Going back on just the diaphragm isn't a whole lot, but with the inverted ab, you can crunch back that far, which is great. Coming forward total, like so, which is really good there as well. And then you get a swivel at that diaphragm there. Legs go out that far apart, basically do the full splits, which is fantastic. He can kick forward that far, which is really good. The leg goes back tiny bit. You got an upper thigh cut in there. Double jointed pinless knee gives you that much bend there, which is nice. Foot hinges down, as you can see. You can hinge up, as you can see. You could swivel that ankle, but you cannot pivot that ankle, and that is the biggest downfall of this figure. Like, why could they not have done it? I think they could have been able to, but for whatever reason, we did not get it. The tail does not have any articulation whatsoever. It is stuck in place there. There's no hinge or anything like that. You have the bendy wire, so you can try and bend the tail in certain positions, but it is difficult. Right around here is where you can get it to bend. Bending up is not an issue. Bending down is definitely an issue. Going to the side is a bit of an issue. As you can see, it starts to revert back a little bit. I mean, it does hold position to the side a little bit, but really not all that much. So it's basically just kind of up and down is what you could do with that tail. So there we go for Blackheart's articulation. Okay, so here we have the movie Blackheart, played by Wes Bentley in the old Nicolas Cage Ghost Rider movie. There, not a great figure, although I guess for its time it would have been pretty good. It's a decent likeness to Wes Bentley, believe it or not. But just the design choice, obviously, to just have human form Blackheart in the movie was probably odd. But anyway, Blackheart, son of Mephisto. Give us a Mephisto figure, Hasbro. I think this Strange Tales wave could be teasing like, hey, maybe we're building up to it. I think it would make sense, like if we get the son of Mephisto here, Blackheart, and we have these other characters that are tied to Mephisto, just give us a Mephisto. I think it's going to come eventually. You know, the Damon Hellstrom figure, it being a HasLab tier, Mephisto was a HasLab tier. The fact that we got that, I think, is a good sign that we could get Mephisto. I would also like to see the Robbie Reyes Ghost Rider, but time will tell if that's something that we will get. You know, I'm not really sure. But, you know, back to Blackheart. Yeah, I'm going to try and pose him around a little bit, but again, it's just difficult with those ankles not being able to pivot. It's really tough. And then the tail just throwing off the balance. But I'm going to try something. Let's see if I can pull it off. Like, I'm still trying to do some stuff, and again, it's the ankle thing. Look how his foot is. It's tough. Yeah, it's just it's very difficult to really pose him around. Luckily for me, that's not really what I do. You know, all my stuff is kind of vanilla posed. So at the end of the day, it's not so bad for me, but I know for folks that are going to really want him for photography and things like that, it's definitely going to be tricky and not probably turn out the way, you know, I think folks would have wanted. But anyway, let's go on to some other side-by-side comparisons. We'll take a look at Ghost Rider, and then maybe a cool couple of fun surprise ones. Okay, so there we have our side-by-side comparison with the Johnny Blaze Ghost Rider, but let's throw in some other ones that I think are going to be a whole lot of fun. So years ago, there was a video game called Marvel vs. Capcom. So we have a couple of characters that were in that game, like Cable. We can get Cable to stand up straight a little bit better. We also had War Machine. So that is a nice little touch there. So that is pretty cool. As you can see, Blackheart is significantly larger, which is a nice touch. But not only that, there were other characters in that game as well. Maybe that aren't necessarily Marvel, like Street Fighter, Ryu. Or what about Mega Man? Bam! So you can have some Marvel vs. Capcom fun with this Blackheart. I would say he's not necessarily a video game figure, but it definitely can work for that. Okay, so here we have the entire Strange Tales wave. I kind of had it bunched up because I just took pictures and I just realized like I could spread these out so you guys could see them a little bit more. But here we have the whole wave. So I'll do a little bit of a ranking. I don't we don't get a whole lot of Build-A-Figure waves for me to rank very often anymore. So if I were to go through and rank this wave, it'd be kind of tricky because I think all the figures are okay figures. I don't think any of them are necessarily like must-haves. Oh, I got to get it. But I guess if I go through, I'm probably going to go Dracula number 1, Moon Knight number 2, Damon Hellstrom number 3, Helverine number 4, Lilith number 5, Brother Voodoo number 6, and Bloodstorm number 7. Blackheart is the best one. He'd be number 1 if I included him in the ranking. But you guys let me know down in the comments below. How would you rank this wave? Are you looking forward to Blackheart? Is it one that you're picking up? I wish I had the Toy Biz to do a comparison with you guys. So if you have the Toy Biz one, which one do you think looks better? I think that Blackheart Toy Biz one still holds up fairly well. But you guys let me know down in the comments below your thoughts on this wave, how you would rank it, what do you think of Blackheart. Let me know in the comments below. If you guys like this video, please do me a favor, hit that thumbs up button, subscribe if you haven't already done so, and as always, thank you for watching.